Hey, welcome back. My name is Peter Dalmans, and thank you for joining the ninth episode of Enterprise Mobility Tips. Today, I want to show you a tip around app protection policies and conditional access. How we can make sure that the apps are being protected when getting access to the online service. So, in the past, we've seen a lot of issues when using the Require Approved Client app. For some reason, the app was not protected, but still the user was allowed to access, for instance, Exchange Online. And this could be because of licensing issues. If you don't have an Intune license, you will still be able to access Exchange Online, but you're not able to use the app protection policies. So you will be ending up with donuts like this. 11 people are using an app without protecting policies, but you still have access, which can be a huge issue when allowing users to have access without protection. So with this new feature, we're able to check when the app is starting if the app protection policy is in place. So conditional access will allow access if the app protection policy is in place and block access when it's not there, which is awesome if you ask me. So how does this work? If we look at both scenarios. So in the first scenario, a user logs in to Azure AD. The Azure AD STS service checks to see if the app is on the approved app list within Azure AD. If so, if it's an app approved, then the STS provides an access token and the data will be available for the app to be used. So if it's Outlook, it will download the email, etc., etc. For regards to the require app protection policy, this is a little bit different. Again, the user logs in, but now the Azure AD STS actually checks to see if Intune has reported that the app protection policy is applied to the app. If the policy is applied, the STS provides an access token. If the policy is not applied, then the access will be blocked, which is a lot more secure if we look at data leakage. So currently, only 4 apps are supported: Cortana, OneDrive, Outlook, and Microsoft Planner. Hopefully, Microsoft is able to extend this list very soon. Basically, all the teams developing apps need to make sure that they support the latest Intune SDK. So let's see how this looks like from the server side. In my last video, I created the conditional access policy for app protection without enrollment, especially for iOS and Android, with the require approved client app and the require app protection policy controls enabled. So if we click on the See List Approved Client Apps, we will see a long list of apps that are supported for this control. Basically, they're all Microsoft apps because the unique identifiers of the apps are stored in the conditional access server, which is required to check. So basically, only Microsoft apps are currently supported. So if we switch to the app protection policy check, again, only 4 apps are supported. And hopefully more will be added soon. And hopefully Microsoft will also open this up for third parties, because checking if an app protection policy is in place should be theoretically also be able on third-party apps. So if we switch back to the iPad and try to log on with the test user, Peter, we will see that we are able to successfully authenticate. But when the app is checking the status, we will see that the app will actively blocked. So we add the password and we sign in, and then we need to register the device the first time we activate. the Outlook app. And after that's done, we will be further logging on. So the app status is checked and we are actively denied access. So if we switch back to the portal, we see directly in the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center that we have an app protection policy which is not deployed. So let's fix this and open the policy. If we click Properties, we see two things. The app protection policy is not assigned, but it is also not targeting the right apps. So we need to add Outlook for this demo. So we go to Select Apps and then look for Microsoft Outlook and add that to the list. Basically, what you normally would do is select all the apps you are supporting for your users. So we click Save and then go back to the properties and then click Edit next to Assignments. And then we need to add the group of users which need to be protected by this app protection policy. So in this case, we select Office 365 licenses and we click Save. Now we need to wait a couple of minutes so that the assignments are being processed and that the application is able to retrieve the app protection policy. So if we switch back to the iPad and we will sign in again to Office 365, we are quickly redirected to the Authenticator app and the app is rechecked again. Now I get a message that my organization wants to protect my app, so I need to restart Outlook. The app status is checked again. And next I will be able to configure a PIN to securely lock down the Outlook app. And after setting the PIN, I have access to my email box in a secure way, protected by the app protection policies. So I've added a couple of resources, of course, the Microsoft Docs and a link to my blog. Feel free to get some more information from there. And of course, if you like what you see, if you are missing features in Microsoft Intune or Config Manager, MEMCM, go to User Voice, submit your IDs and vote on other IDs. Make the product even better than it is today. The product groups are actively looking at User Voice as a source of how to shape the product, how to add new functionality. So make sure to look in User Voice. It works. So thank you for joining me again today, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me via Twitter, LinkedIn. See you next time. Thank you very much.